the type of job that I do, I work in the absolute total best company for one of the best airlines in the world. It's connected to Southwest Airlines. It ended up going to that. It ended up me going to that company. I'm married to the most gorgeous woman ever. That's another story. This lady is beautiful, as you've seen her. It just happened. All these things just happened because I applied myself doing the technique. Like I said, the technique itself didn't do it. It's the application of the technique that led to me oriented into the direction of what and I said I want to become. Matter of fact, the technique is kind of controversial because one time I was going to a church, and so my at that time that was a pastor at that particular church I was assigned to. Sometimes we were assigned to churches, right? We was assigned to that church, and so he said, "What is that paperwork that you have?" Because I used to have my paperwork. The technique means paperwork, right? You have paperwork around you, and I have nothing to hide. I don't write anything down that, it's not like it's a big secret or anything. I don't write down anything that I'm ashamed of or something like that. Like I wouldn't want anybody to see it. So one day, the pastor was like, what is that? He says, "Oh, that's, you can read it. Go ahead, look at it. I don't care. Look at it." Because he was trying to figure me out. So he said, "Come to my office, please." So he says to me, "So this is what you want?" He says, "Yes, that's what I want." What is that? It's called the technique. I write down everything that I want on a sheet of paper. And I used to leave my notes everywhere. So he says, "Well, let me ask you this question, right? What do you want?" I said, "Well, 5 years from now, I'm going to be a millionaire doing a certain kind of business." He said, "Well, those businesses don't work." I says, "Well, that's what you say. But I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be very wealthy doing this thing." Well, that's according to what I wrote down on the paper. And that was it. But anyway, the bottom line was that he didn't understand that. But I understood what I wanted, and my purpose was directed according to what I want. And there's still things that I write down. Now, I've changed that. I don't want that anymore. Do I want to be a multimillionaire? Of course. Yeah, why not? Do I want to be super healthy? Of course I do. But I don't necessarily write it down that way. It's not written down on my list of stuff that I want. Not in that particular way. It's kind of too general for me to say, "Oh, I just want to be a millionaire for its own sake." But nonetheless, it redirected the situation, because when he had asked me that question, it was like I was not, one of the controversies of my relationship with this pastor, my friendship with him, is I was not subjected unto him. My relationship is with God, and that's just the way it is. I told you that before when I did my salvation story. I don't subject myself under people. Jesus Christ, when he was doing what he did, he didn't subject himself under people. He didn't, do that. I still don't do that to this day. I just do what I do. And I collaborate and cooperate with church leaders, but I still do me. Anyway, bottom line was that was the end of my 7-year assignment in that church. And that was that. But anyway, so now you know what the technique is. It's very basic. When you start doing the technique, you're going to be redirected into the direction of what you want, of where you're supposed to be going. And now, if you are a Christian and you're trying to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you could do both. You could do the technique and you could be a Christian as well. You will know what you have to do as a Christian. That's something that you're going to find out. It's really the basic stuff. Just keep reading your Bible. Keep praying. Keep praising God. Keep attending a local church. Keep fellowshipping with people. More of that. And just try to do what God tells you to do. Just try, you know. That's it.